Good afternoon. This is Travis Clardy, President and CEO of the Texas Healthcare Association, welcoming you to another edition of Live from the Capitol Week in Review. So we're here in Austin. Voice is a little rough today because it's been a hard working week. They've been meeting in the House and the Senate late nights, and in fact, last night was a big night here. It was the last night to pass House bills for second reading. I think they had 4 straight nights where they were there after 11 o'clock, and last night they finished at midnight, and we're back in there today working on a local consent calendar. So a lot of work going on in Austin, which you would expect in day 123, 17 days to go in this session. It seems like just yesterday we were talking about 140 days to go, or 130 days to go, or 100 days to go, and now we're down to 2 weeks come Monday. But again, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. We're Facebook Live. If you want to send me a question, I've got my able assistant Cody here. He can get me the message if you have something you're curious about or want to know as it relates to long-term care in Texas and what we're doing here at your THCA. But if you could, click the like button, share it with your friends, and we'll go through what's happened in the last week. So let's pick this thing up with some great news. You probably should have seen, or I know we've sent the word out on this, but our top legislative priority for this session was the Informal Dispute Resolution bill, and I'm pleased to tell you that has been passed out of the House and the Senate, and it is on its way to the governor's desk to be signed into law. So that was a great accomplishment. I want to thank our lobby team and our folks here that works with us on legislative issues. I want to thank all of you that came to Austin and came during the week and went and met with the representatives and the senators and attended hearings and went to the gallery. All that adds up. That's what makes this happen. So without your participation, it makes our job a whole lot harder, and we really appreciate each and every one of you who's come and worked with us here in Austin and gone and talked to your delegation. So job well done by all. Congratulations on passing our IDR bill, and that's looking good. We're still in the fight on our change of ownership bill, the Chow bill. We're working to get that through the Senate before the clock strikes 12 again, and they sign, he die. But we've got some options there. We're still working to move that one through, but have had very good, significant, substantive conversations with representatives from HHSC. It really got to some agreed upon language for how we can deal with the successor liability issue, which I think you've received our emails and our one-pagers, kind of our policy discussion on that. So again, I think we've been successful in moving the needle, changing the conversation, and working towards a sound policy. It's going to help our facilities and the folks that operate them have a reliable process to do a change of ownership process, whether that's to qualify to the QUIP program or just a normal business transaction. So again, we're working hard on that. The budget process is still ongoing. Recently they selected a new pope in the Vatican, and this is kind of like it. We keep hearing that the budget's going to be finalized and come out to get the final votes out of the House and Senate, which does require 100 votes, a 2/3 majority in each chamber. But we have yet to see white smoke come out of the Capitol dome, so they're still hard at work. We understand that several things that are priorities for us, particularly on the funding side, are in the budget, and so we want to see that confirmed, trust but verify. But the budget writers and the conferees are hard at work on that. So I would imagine by the next time we talk, next Friday, we should have more information for you there and can break that down in a little more detail as we see it. Of course, then it'll go to the governor for his review, and he has certain powers as the governor to make changes within the budget. So again, it's an ongoing process. But it has been a very, very eventful week, a lot of late nights. But I think we're making very, very good progress on behalf of you and the folks that we serve and the residents at our facilities, and being able to continue to provide that kind of quality care that they deserve. So let me change gears on you a little bit. Cody, do we have any questions pop in? Just want to make sure. Okay, don't want to miss anything, folks. So this is coming to you live, or this is about as live as I get. So let's change gears on a couple of other things. So while we're finishing up session in the budget process, there is a similar process going on in D.C. at the federal level, which you probably been receiving a lot of information about from our national association, the American Healthcare Association, talking about the potential cuts or limitations or changes to how Medicaid operates. And so we are watching it very, very closely. In fact, I want to remind everybody the congressional briefing for the Texas Healthcare Association in conjunction with AHCA American Healthcare is June 8th through 10th in Washington, D.C. We're in the process of lining up meetings with our Texas congressional delegation, including our congressmen and our senators. And we have right now, I think, nearly around a couple dozen folks who signed up that will be making that trip. So the more the merrier. If you need to do a little sightseeing in D.C., you want to come join us, be part of it, well, go onto the AHCA site, register, let us know you're coming, and we will absolutely work you into one of our teams. Go meet your congressman in D.C. I'll tell you on this, they're no different than I was as a legislator here. You know, you love to see people from home when you're stuck in Austin, and trust me, if you're in D.C., they really love to see people from home. That's a hard way. So when you come to them, that means a lot. I know we saw a lot of friendly faces and good folks last time, but this time, this is more than just a courtesy call. So you should have received from me an email that looks something like this. I'm going to hold up a printed copy. We didn't mail these out, but you should have received a copy of the letter that I've sent to our representatives and senators in D.C. And asking them to please be careful to preserve the Medicaid benefits and rights that we have that protect citizens. There's been a lot of talk about DOGE in D.C. I think we can all agree we could do to shrink the size of our federal government and look out for waste and fraud and make sure our taxpayer dollars are spent wisely. And I like what they've said, that what we want to do in D.C. as federal policy under President Trump is to make sure that we're using these programs the way they were intended to be used. And we've seen an expansion and gotten it really kind of out of field, gone afield of what they were intended to do. But what it was always intended to do is exactly what we do, and that is take care of the frail and the elderly and use the Medicaid program for that purpose. And that's what we want to remind them that we need to continue to do, because we all know if you're in this space, you work in this arena, that we're going to see the demographics change. We're going to see our population continues to get older. And so we will have more folks that need the services we provide. People continue to move to Texas to the tune of about 1,500 people a day. And so Texas is going to continue to grow. So the demand will go nowhere but up. And we need to make sure we have the resources available to provide the services our elderly deserve. So if you would, please remember, pick up the phone, look up who your congressman is. I think we had this in the email we sent. Identify your congressman, our two senators, Senator Corner and Senator Cruz. Call their offices. You can call the local number. Let them know who you are. They'll want to know that you live in Texas, that you're a constituent. But then tell them you're calling about protecting Medicaid and urge them to support a budget that does just that. So, and if you have questions, let us know. Call us, email us here at THCA. If you need help understanding the issues, that's what we're here for. So that's, but look for the email that we received about that. If you can take the time and want to join us in D.C. for the congressional briefing, that would be great. That's June 8th through 10th. And then, you know, it's one thing, we had this long session, but we roll from one to another. There's never a dull moment here at the THCA. So as soon as we sign it down, the gavel bangs, and we say the 89th legislature is over, we do not expect, knock on wood, we do not expect a special session or special sessions as we have seen in the past. I think we're all done and everybody goes home. But as soon as that's over, we're getting ready to go to D.C. For the congressional briefing, June 8th through 10th. And as soon as we get home, I hope you'll come join us in DFW, at the DFW Marriott in Fort Worth, where we're going to be doing our summer retreat and pack golf tournament. So registration's open for that. I think we've nearly filled the rooms. We had a large block of rooms at this facility, at this hotel, at the Marriott, DFW Marriott. But check in on that. Get your room. Come on in. We got a great group of exhibitors coming and business members, and really expecting a tremendous crowd. Great program. More of that will be online. We'll be talking about that in the very near future. But that's June 15th through the 18th in Fort Worth. So, and then I would be remiss if I didn't remind you also, again, as soon as we get that done, what are we going to do? We're going to get ready for the fall show. So, and this is a special one. This is the 75th annual convention and trade show for the Texas Healthcare Association. Will be held in Houston at the George Brown Convention Center. We're expecting a really large crowd for this one, for our platinum celebration. In honor of that, you may have noticed I've been putting in platinum highlights. in my hair to prepare for the Platinum Annual Convention and Trade Show. That's September 21st through the 24th in Houston. Please make every effort to attend. Registration is open and it's filling up. We're getting a lot of good attention to this and expect to have some special visitors there and a really, really unique program this time. So I'm looking forward to my second annual convention, and particularly honored that I could be there as your president and CEO going there for the 75th Platinum anniversary. So that's what's on the calendar, and after that, who knows? So that's plenty for one day to talk about, but it's been a very eventful week. I'm very optimistic how this session will end, not for us, but for Texas in general. You know, the members have worked hard to put together good legislation, address certain needs that the state of Texas has. That's always a challenge, just getting people's attention, because when you're here, it's 140 days, and you got to do everything from apples to orangutans, and everything in between. And so there's 32 standing committees of all different issues, and there's a lot of people who have a lot of needs and a lot of things that need to be fixed. I think they've been diligent in doing that, and hopefully diligent enough that we get it all done in 140 days. But we're going to continue to work on our issues. We have a great team. I think we've gotten attention on this issue, but we're going to have to stay on it because, again, what we do is essential. I'm proud of our members and what we do and how we serve the elderly in Texas. I'm proud of the facilities that we operate and all of you that do that work, that are in the trenches, taking care of folks and showing them the love that they deserve. I say often, you know, what you do, it's our job. It's our job to take care of the people who took care of us. And that job's never going to stop. So we're going to keep working hard for you here so you can keep working hard for them there. So don't be strangers. You know where you are. Come see us in Austin. Reach out to us. Let us know what you're thinking. And again, before you sign off today, go ahead and hit that like button. Share it with your friends. And we will look forward to coming back to you next week with a new update of a weekend review from the Capitol in Austin. All right. Well, thank y'all. Have a great weekend. Goodbye and God bless.